close one, using a tin of bread flour as my tripod. This one's gonna be quick. Not the first time I've said that in my life. I'm here to tell you guys about the last several weeks of my chaotic, insane, wild life. The last video I posted, I talked about, and it was one of a handful of subsequent videos that actually had a good flow as far as how frequently they're being updated, the quality of content, the quantity of content that I was creating. Everything was starting to feel good again. And then, because of course the world can't let me have that ever, I don't know, it's been 2 or 3 weeks now, probably closer to 3 weeks. Cass and I were training legs, and I always start my quad focus day with a squat movement, and then I'll move into a quad focused leg press and finish out with leg extensions. And I was like, what if I focused on leg extensions first? Actually, I'm gonna back it up about a couple days. So 3 or 4 days before that, the prior leg session, I've been working my deadlift and things were going pretty well for a long time. Hitting like upwards of 400 pounds regularly, feeling really good about it. And one day I decided to have my top single, I think at like 415, back down sets at like 365 to 385, did some pause work, and I was like, I like pauses, I like block pulls, but I've never done deficit deadlifts for sumo before. Why not try it? So the first time, like an idiot, the first time that I try it, I think I load up like 225, because I'm like, that's gonna be nothing, right? I don't know how to do this movement. I've only seen other people do it a handful of times, never actually put in any dedicated research in how to do it. Also, I'm sweating kind of a lot because, of course, it's almost October and in Missouri it's fucking 85 degrees again. Now my eye's twitching. I worked 12 hours yesterday. The point is, shit's crazy. Anyway, so I loaded up 225. Never done this before, decided to try it, and the first rep I was like, that didn't feel good. I definitely overcorrected for the additional height that was added. And so the second rep I was like, maybe don't overcorrect my hips so much, maybe try to keep them a little bit more level. I do it, still fucking hurts, I stopped. We were good, hips were tight, but like, it is what it is. I gotta get a fucking towel, man. That's crazy. It's almost October. What are we talking about? Okay, so after that, I decided to, let's just, finish training, whatever. We finished the session, did cardio, I was fine. Now, getting back to the following workout, my hips were still pretty tight, but I could move. I felt fine. So I did leg extensions, everything felt great. Then after doing leg extensions first, I was like, damn, my quads are fried, we should do that more often. I feel like leg extensions are kind of, in my opinion, a little bit underrated when people say like, oh, squats or leg press or hack squat, or like, those are all fantastic, but leg extensions are just, frankly, it's my preferred method to grow the quads. In any event, we did leg extensions first, moved on to quad focused leg press on the Cybex, like squat. It's more like a squat press, really. Those old school machines, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But decided to load up my normal working weight. Warm-ups felt a little tight, but nothing out of the ordinary as far as like when tightness does show itself. Didn't feel like I was gonna injure myself by any means. My quads are obviously, a little bit more fatigued than normal by the time I get to leg press. My normal working weight, and this is not really a flex by any means, I usually shoot for like 6 to 10 reps on anything that I do these days, for like 1 to 3 working sets. Lately a little bit more volume, but we'll get into that. Or we won't, I don't know. Whole point is I ended up getting to my working weight, which is about 6 plates for, 5 to 8 to 10 reps, and I do like 3 or 4 reps, and I was like, holy shit, that I felt my lower back like buckling. Like it literally felt like my back was doing like that. Like, okay, I never rise this much. I'll just, attribute it to my quads being fatigued and, having a good quad pump, right? No. So I drop it down to, I think, 5 plates or 4 plates, and that hurt like worse. And I was like, we need to go home. So I stand up and I kind of hobble over to where my gym bag is in the gym, and I couldn't bend over without any pain, and I was like, I'm just gonna take it easy today. Wake up the next morning, I essentially threw my back out. I couldn't bend over, I could barely walk. I thought I had slipped a disc or fractured something. Obviously that's not how bodies work, but my anxiety kicked in and I was like, holy shit, I'm dying. Ended up going to see the massage therapist at the gym, Lauren. She's great. She's our regular MT. She got me stretched out. Basically was just like, hey man, you overdid it. Fucking take it easy, right? So A couple days later, I'm having a little tummy trouble. Let's just say I wasn't pooping normally, okay? And so that went on for like a day or so, and then I was fine, and then I wasn't. And then I wasn't fine in that same regard for like 72 more hours. So if you guys don't know, the lower back musculature, the lower back neurologically speaking, anatomically speaking, however you want to word it, I'm not well versed enough in that particular field to speak that language efficiently. In one way or more, the lower back is connected to the gastrointestinal system such that when your lower back is tight, that can provide symptoms like abnormal poos, diarrhea as it's called. And then if you already have that happening, it exacerbates those symptoms. I was basically lying flat, unable to move for 3 days straight, and the only times I could move were to basically hobble as fast as I could to the bathroom, hoping to God that I don't shit my pants. So I was out of the gym for just about 10 days after recovering from being sick and throwing out my back. I didn't train legs for like 2 weeks. Of course, all this is happening right after I just got back into filming content and making videos, and I haven't been able to film anything. So I'm basically fully recovered. I'm training legs again, not doing a whole lot of squatting or hinging right now in the gym, just because regarding my own body weight, hinging is starting to feel normal again, and squatting down and bending over and flexing my spine, all of that's starting to feel pretty normal for the most part. But yeah, I'm back from the dead, if you will. I legitimately felt like I was on my deathbed. You know the whole meme or trope or whatever you want to call it that men are babies when they're sick? I will agree to that with one concession, and that concession being, speaking personally, I don't just like get kind of sick. I get like violently ill or I'm perfectly healthy. There's no in between. I don't know why it happens like that, but it always has and it most likely always will. Consider myself a pretty healthy dude, but when I get sick, I get hella sick or I don't at all. That's where I'm at with that. Content has been non-existent, and you know, if you couldn't tell from the intro, moving has been crazy too. We moved 2 weeks from this Friday, and then not even a month after that we get married. There's just been so much shit going on, guys. And then with work, I worked 12 hours yesterday, and that's been the first time I've worked 12 hours in an hourly job in I don't fucking know how long. I'm grateful for the job, don't get me wrong. It's just this time of year in the insurance business, if any of you work in insurance or know anybody who work in insurance, it's busy during Q4, as they say. Really, I wanted to make this video to touch base with you guys because I really do want to continue making YouTube content. I really enjoy doing it. I'm looking at, you know, different videos I can make, different people I can create with, and I've got so many ideas, and I want to bring them to fruition, and not even just for content's sake. I love doing it. Like, it feels good to be creative, and I consider this one of my main creative outlets. So for almost 200 of you who have been following along, I really do appreciate it, and the patience is appreciated to say the least. That said, moving forward, here in a couple days, me, my brother, and my closest friends are going to be traveling to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for your boy's bachelor party. I'm planning on taking my camera. I'm not planning on making an entire vlog out of it. I'm not even planning on filming. Really, I'm taking my camera for pictures. But if we film some things, maybe I'll put a little highlight reel or something together. I don't know. I know we're gonna get crazy. It's quite literally every member of the Goon Squad that has come and gone and returned. It's every single one of them, and my older brother, and you know, we've been best friends since we were kids. So it's gonna get crazy in our sense of the word anyway. And I'm now just noticing that I'm pretty sure, no, has this been straight the whole time? That's what she said. Alright, that went longer than I wanted it to. That's what she said. My camera closes at like 11 minutes of film time, so I don't know what I was saying. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to like the video, leave a comment in the comment section down below, subscribe if you have not yet, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.